Good evening, I'm Jennifer Griswold. Our personal information is so precious, and unfortunately, online thieves are always on the hunt for it to steal identities, open credit cards, you name it. We try to safeguard ourselves, but some people are giving it away without even knowing what they're doing. Investigative reporter Jeff Van Sant joins us live in studio with more on this story. Jeff.
Yeah, so a lot of us have this false sense of security that when you go to erase something on your computer, you might think it's gone for good, but in reality, anything can be recovered. And what about something as small as a USB stick? Even there, it won't really be gone. Most of us have a footprint online, from social media, banking, to work. Our personal information is out there and vulnerable. A hacker can steal it. Sometimes, though, it's our own fault. Thumb drives. They're incredibly convenient. A slim stick that can hold an incredible amount of information. And just like a computer, even if you erase what's on it, it leaves behind a trace. 3 News Now tested out just how vulnerable your information is, buying used thumb drives online to see if anyone left anything of value on the memory stick. We spent just about $20 and got 10 thumb drives on eBay. We brought them to Affordable Computer Repair in Bellevue.
We just plugged in that one drive, that was it. It came up with an empty folder.
Owner Steve Nickerson begins to look.
A lot of times what it finds is remnants.
The thumb drives read 0, but not for long.
It says it found 1342 files. Okay, so we'll see if they're actually there.
And in a matter of minutes, thousands of files, more than enough to paint a picture of who owned it.
And we're copying 4 gig off of that 1 gig stick. Amazing, isn't it?
We found a man's birth certificate, a scanned copy of his passport, a driver's license, W-4s, even a social security card, you name it. So we decided to track down the previous owner to let him know what we found. He lives up in South Dakota, so we hit the road and brought it right to him.
Literally everything.
Mike agreed to speak with us if we don't show his face. He couldn't believe what we found.
You're talking probably 2012, 2013, 7-8 years ago of something that I had no idea was even on here. But literally pretty much everything you need to make a new version of me, I guess, except for a DNA swab.
Mike had a bunch of old thumb drives and just wanted to make a few bucks.
Control-Alt-Delete, you delete all your files, unplug it, plug it back in, there's nothing there. Okay, you're fine, right? Well, maybe not so so quickly.
Imagine if his information fell into the wrong hands.
I mean, it definitely makes you reconsider trying to sell them for a couple bucks online. That's 100% for sure.
Beyond Mike's info, we found so much more. Other drives revealed dozens of photos, family gatherings, fun trips, videos including this one, featuring a squirrel. It might not mean much to you and I, but whoever took it, it's a private moment. Even more, we found internal business documents, PowerPoint presentations, budgets. It was really incredible. On a lighter note, even a movie.
National Lampoon's got a movie clip here.
The classic film, Christmas Vacation.
Looks like it's trying to. There you go.
Nothing is ever really erased, and it doesn't take a computer genius or an expensive program to recover the data.
And that's why as long as the drive is not damaged, you should be able to recover the majority of your data.
In Mike's case, his identity could have been taken from him for a cheap price of just $10.
I mean, there's no amount of money that can replace this stuff for your identity.
Really eye-opening stuff. Jeff joins me now to talk more about this. So how long did it take to actually retrieve some of that information from a single drive?
So, I thought in my mind, I'm thinking of like some CSI movie or something that would take a long time, 5-10 minutes.
That quick?
And with a program that's free, anyone can pick this up online. I don't want to name any of them, obviously,
Sure.
But I mean, it's a quick Google search and yeah, it's a free program. It's incredible.
And you found that some of these can actually hold a lot more information than you think it can hold.
Well, I mean, just like he said in the video, I mean, you would have, say, like a USB cord here that has about maybe a gig on it, but we can find upwards of 5 to 6 gigs because it's been erased, and what happens, it kind of compresses that file and it gets into these layers, so it disappears. So when you look at it, it's like, okay, I've got a gig drive, it's empty, but no, it's really not. It could have
a lot more than what it even holds.
Yeah, it seems impossible that you'd be able to have all that extra information, but it goes deep.
And as you saw, I mean, when we saw 0 on that computer, you pull up a Christmas movie, you pull up thousands of files, and it's just absolutely, it's just incredible what we found in there. I mean, I felt almost dirty going through all this
Sure.
information because it is extremely private stuff, but we wanted to reach out to these people and tell them, you've got to handle your business a little bit better and not, you know, put this thing online for $10. And,
Yeah, I know. I mean, I would hit delete and think, I'm all good.
and I did too. I honestly thought that. And so we looked into what can you actually do to get rid of the information. And there is no other way besides taking this little thumb drive and maybe a hammer, maybe set it on fire, maybe take a drill to it. But other than that, it will always be on there.
So the old-fashioned way of getting rid of the information.
Exactly.
All right, Jeff, thanks so much. A lot of good information.